Hey, Scroll and Soar, welcome back. Today, I just want to jump right in and focus on Exodus 37, 1 through 9. And we're finally looking at the center of everything Israel has been building towards. This is the construction of the Ark of the Covenant. Not a container, not a decoration. This is the reason the tabernacle exists at all. Everything else is just like furniture, but this is the throne. And Exodus 37 tells us Bezalel makes the ark from acacia wood, overlays it with pure gold inside and out, and fashions the mercy seat and the cherubim as one piece. The details are intentional, but the function is even more important. The ark represents Yahweh's throne on earth, the place where his presence dwells among his people. And it's not metaphorical in like a modern, symbolic, evangelical only sense, but the ark is real. It's a real physical object meant to make a real covenantal presence accessible. In Israel's worship, God does not remain distant or abstract. Like he chooses to localize his presence in the ark. And the ark stands at the center of the tabernacle because God intends to dwell among his people, not merely like rule over them from afar. And the entire structure exists to house this one object. And at the same time, like the ark makes something equally clear. God's presence is real, but it's not casual. The cherubim, they overshadow the mercy seat. The throne is guarded. Access is mediated. God is near, but he is never familiar. Like think about this. Think about this just to bring it into modern times. Like think about the difference between someone FaceTiming you and someone is actually sitting in the room with you. It's just different. Like presence changes relationship. But now imagine that the person in the room with you is the king. And the fact that he's present doesn't make the moment relaxed. It makes it weighty. That's what the ark does. God is with his people, but his presence carries gravity. The ark also shows us how God chooses to be known. He makes himself accessible through tangible material means like wood, gold, space, design. God does not despise physicality. He actually uses it. And the ark functions sacramentally, meaning God's presence is experienced through what he has revealed and appointed, not just through human imagining. And notice this, the mercy seat sits on top of the ark. God's throne is also the place where atonement occurs. This dwelling with humanity is not centered on human performance, but on the mercy that covers the law contained within. Presence and atonement they're inseparable. And over time, Israel's relationship with the ark shifts. In moments of battle, it represents Yahweh enthroned as a warrior, and later it becomes associated with the temple as God's footstool. And eventually it fades from central focus in the prophets, not because God withdrew, but because the ark was never the final expression of his presence. It pointed, like much of Exodus does, forward. Remember, we're leaving somewhere and we're going somewhere. So God does not merely speak to his people, he chooses to dwell among them. His presence is real, it's intentional, and it's gracious, yet always holy and mediated. And many of us want God's influence without his nearness, or his comfort without his authority. And the ark reminds us that God doesn't just guide from a far off distance. He moves in. And when God is present, everything about how we live, everything about how we worship and respond carries weight. And that's Exodus 37. He just didn't stay far away. He built a throne and chose to dwell with his people. I praise God for that. You should too. Love y'all. See you in the discussion room.